My life wasn't always like this. My friends and my family, when they see me now, they say, Kevin, whenever I see you and your family in the pictures together, everyone looks so happy. And yes, I feel so blessed. I now have an amazing life with a beautiful, loving wife and a wonderful daughter. But there was a time when I was so lonely, I was so frustrated, and quite frankly, I was dating damaged because I was looking for someone to save me from myself, and I didn't know what else to do because my attachment style was anxious avoidant. And I remember showing up on dates and in relationships as needy, wanting, actually no, craving validation, and at the same time pushing people away because I had major trust issues. I was messy and chaotic, and it ruined all of my relationships. And as long as I'm being 100% honest with you, I had to always be busy doing things because I hated being alone. I remember thinking that I'm going to need to spend the rest of my life in therapy because quite literally, I was so messed up. I love my parents, but because of my father's upbringing, which is a fascinating story and it's way too long to share with you right now, but because of his abuse and his neglect, my father was quite verbally and physically abusive with me. And because he was so critical, I was always trying to prove myself as being worthy to him. And this carried forward into every aspect of my romantic and dating life. And when you are dating wounded or damaged like I was, it can feel like 95% of the people that you meet are undateable. But the truth is that there are a lot of people in healthy, loving relationships. And the reality for me was that it was me, that I was getting in my own way of giving myself what I said I wanted, which was a healthy, loving relationship. And when I went out and I was looking for answers, because trust me, one day this all catches up with you. One day you will make the decision that you never, ever want to have to go through the pain of another relationship not working out again. Or you'll just get sick and tired of the endless dating and the never having real peace in your relationships. That yes, your attachment style is creating chaos and upset in your relationships, but that's the behavior. Your attachment style is the result of something, and I didn't know what that something was. What was driving my attachment style? What was behind my poor choices in relationship partners, and what was underneath my unhealthy relationship patterns and behaviors? And after a lot of work and a lot of looking for answers, I discovered that it is from the wounds of our past. Because our wounds from the past become the super glue for how we feel and how we see ourselves in the world today, which unfortunately dictates our future because our experience of the world is only a reflection of how we see ourselves and what we think we're worthy of. And if we break down the numbers, around 20% of the population are the anxious attachment style, 23% are avoidant, and my attachment style, which was the rarest of all, I was in the remaining 1%, the anxious avoidant attachment style. And I was so sick and tired of being alone, of serial dating and failed relationships. But the one constant in all of these failed relationships and dysfunction was me. I was craving intimacy and validation that I was enough. But I was also avoidant. I would withdraw during conflict. I was deathly afraid of losing my independence. I was scared of commitment. And I was overly judgmental. Because when you're looking for perfect, you never have to settle, right? Because with the internet, there's tens of thousands of fish in the sea. You can just keep swiping right forever because you can always find something wrong with someone when you know the next person is only one swipe away. And when we are anxious avoidant, it's particularly hard on our partners and our relationships because they don't know whether we are coming or going. So emotionally healthy and secure people, when they experience what it is like to be with us, more than likely at some point, they will run for the hills. So we only get more of what we are deathly afraid of, which is more long, lonely nights and weekends spent alone, more dating, and not feeling like we are ever quite good enough. So the question becomes, can you be anxious, avoidant, or a combination of both and change who you are being in a relationship without spending years and years of your life in therapy and spending thousands and thousands of dollars to heal those wounds? And the answer is, thank God, yes. I have been able to help people heal and clear those wounds and disempowering limiting beliefs in as little as 30 to 60 days. But first, we have to discover what your dating relationship attachment style is. So what I've done is I put together a fun, free, short little quiz to help you determine your attachment style, and after you're done the quiz, a free masterclass with free tools to help with how to heal and let go of those wounds from your past and your disempowering limiting beliefs. Because when you free yourself from the inside out, you are essentially wiping the slate clean. It's like becoming a new person. It is a life-changing transformation where you start to live your life the way it was meant to be, as the most powerful, confident, joyful, and loving version of yourself. Take the quiz today. It's free, and it only takes 10 minutes of your time. Find the link in the comments or below.